For centuries on end, humans have been intrigued by the idea of not being alone in space. Sure, for many years there were only a few quanta of proof that existed, and even they were extremely thin-legged, relying mostly on hearsay and rumors. However, even with such minuscule level of proof, it is admittedly very ignorant to believe that the universe exclusively houses life. However, even with such a minuscule level of proof, it is admittedly very ignorant to believe that Earth exclusively houses life in the entire universe. After all, the universe is a virtually endless expanse, and it is simply highly unlikely that life wouldn't form in some other of the many galaxies and solar systems it houses. This way of thinking has led Avi Loeb, one of the most well-renowned astrophysicists, to start deeply researching the possibility of existence of extraterrestrial life. You see, Loeb has, unlike many other alien life theorists, started exploring the proposition of alien life not by researching across our planet to see if any remnants of it exists. No, he based his research by going directly into space and searching for any anomalies that could point him in the direction of extraterrestrial life. Of course, this means that we cannot go too far away from our own planet, as the credibility and the verifiability of the info gathered isn't there. Thankfully though, he needed not to go too far, as back in 2017, there was an object that was captured by the Pan-STARRS telescope that intrigued many. This object was dubbed Oumuamua, which is a Hawaiian word for scout, and this name has been given to it because it is the first properly recorded interstellar object to pass through our solar system. Oumuamua is an elongated interstellar object estimated to be between 100 and 1,000 meters long and between 35 and 167 meters wide. Now, it is undoubtable that this is a very wide estimation and it is very imprecise. However, this is exactly why Oumuamua can very hardly be explained and understood. You see, when it passed through the solar system, the amount of sunlight that was reflected from it changed by a factor of 10 every time it tumbled. This meant that this object was very flat, similar to a pancake, and what made it even more intriguing to astronomers were its unusual characteristics. Its rapid speed, a lack of comet-like trail despite its acceleration, and its unexpected trajectory. The object left no visible coma like comets usually do, and there was no evaporation behind it, meaning that it was pushed by some unknown force. If the object was being pushed by something, then it of course meant that it would be certainly artificially made. However, even if the lack of visible coma or gas was the result of sunlight covering it, this would mean that the object was extremely thin, like a cigarette, which couldn't have eroded naturally in such a shape. These features led to various theories about its nature, including the possibility that it might be an artificial object, potentially a probe or a fragment from an alien civilization as suggested by Avi Loeb. This then brings us to the question of what is Oumuamua actually? We can hypothesize about many things and name many possible origins of Oumuamua. However, the truth is only one, and that is that we don't know what it is. It is absolutely possible that it is a comet of different statistics and specifics compared to those that are natural to our solar system, which allowed it to retain this shape. It is also completely plausible that this is in fact, an artificial product created by intelligent life. It can be a spatial trash, a wreckage, or even a full-on vehicle that housed extraterrestrial life. This would all be simple hypothesizing and nothing more. we didn't know what it was back then, and we certainly don't know what it is now. What Oumuamua is remains a mystery. However, even as such, it has fueled alien research, and its mere existence allowed much greater budget, and only 2 years later, we've encountered the second interstellar object that entered our solar system, the Borisov Comet. Now, this object was immediately confirmed to be exactly what it's named, a comet, thanks to the trail it left behind. However, its existence only amplified the weirdness of Oumuamua's existence, which, once again, amplified the idea that this is, in fact, an alien-made object. However, even before Oumuamua and Borisov, there was another object that initially intrigued the whole interstellar research process, and this is the interstellar meteor 1. Back in January 2014, Earth was struck with yet another meteor. However, this time the impact was far weirder than ever before, as the speed as well as the angle that the meteor collided with our planet was far too atypical for any hypothetical space body that would have habited exclusively in our solar system. As a result, scientists and astronomers, with Avi Loeb at the helm, considered the possibility of this being the first recorded interstellar object that entered the solar system. And while nothing was confirmed for years on end, even US officials stated that it was highly likely that this object was, in fact, an interstellar meteor. What made Avi Loeb intrigued was the fact that, despite its incredible speed and aggressive angle, the meteor remained sturdy enough to go through our atmosphere and burn down much later than any hypothetical object from the solar system would have. This meant that there was a high probability that the meteor was made from material that was completely alien to our solar system. As a result, last year, more than 9 years after the collision happened, Avi Loeb and his colleague Amir Sirjai organized a month-long expedition that swept through the ocean floor near Papua New Guinea, where the meteor debris was expected to have landed. And what did they find? Well, exactly what they sought after. A completely new and alien material that couldn't have originated from our solar system in a form of metallic spheres. These particles were completely different to anything we have ever seen, as they consisted of a high amount of beryllium, lanthanum, uranium at a much higher concentration than possible to naturally occur in our own solar system. Now, this revelation brings us to the most important question for today, which is, what does this mean for the future of extraterrestrial research? Well, it means quite a lot, actually. We need to understand that this meteor does not represent proof that extraterrestrial life exists. However, it does provide proof that our solar system might not be as secluded as we once considered it to be. It, combined with Oumuamua and Borisov's discovery, makes us wonder if the basis of our knowledge is as certain and as stable as we once considered it to be. This represents a beginning of a completely new chapter of our knowledge of space as a whole, and it has single-handedly kickstarted an entirely new funding campaign and a completely new interest focus for astronomers. For example, the Rubin Observatory in Chile will, as of next year, survey the southern sky every 4 days in search for interstellar objects like Oumuamua. So, objects that are essentially of ambiguous origin. Although Avi Loeb's research hasn't outright proven the existence of alien life, it has undoubtedly moved it from sheer speculation and hearsay to an actually relevant research that has a very good perspective and basis. As Avi himself said, maybe the revelation of alien life might do us good and humble us a little as a whole. And what do you think? Do you think that these discoveries signal the existence of alien life, or are these just weird coincidences? Be sure to let us know in the comment section down below. Also, while you're at it, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more interesting news about space exploration. Until next time.